So, good morning from Albufeira.
Good morning.
We've bought a new car, which is a little Fiat in the background.
117,000 kilometres on the dashboard.
Which is 72,000 miles. It's not the best car in all the world, and thinking about it, it's not the most practical for us. But we bought it because it's low mileage, and Belle absolutely hates it.
And it's very eco. I mean, it's not eco, it's very cheap on fuel as well.
Yeah, it is very cheap.
But before we bought the car, we actually had took it to the garage to make sure that there was no unforeseen problems underneath the carriage.
We went down to the courthouse to check that there was no road traffic violations or debts or tolls on it. And the gentleman turned round and he said, "Abe, that there's no
Porn.
on the car."
And I was shocked.
And we said, "Porn?
Says what, eh?
That's totally different what it means in the UK." And apparently it strikes or
fines
or fines. So we have no porn on this car, which is a nice thing.
It could be a slight shame.
But the thing is that it's nice and it's clean and it's tidy inside.
For now.
And it smells relatively new. Now, we did pay quite a lot of money for it, as you...
In England, you would probably pay...
Probably 1,500
maybe less. I don't know much about cars.
No.
But here you would pay twice the amount of money, if not 3 times, because of the imports of cars. Very hard to come by.
So we actually paid 3,300 for the car.
And I almost died having to pay for that for 2008.
But let's hope it does its
Survives.
job. I mean, we are going to just run it to the ground. Hopefully the silver fox will be in the family for a long time.
Yeah. Also, what we've been doing is I've been looking around for diggers as well, for the land itself. Now, the problem with diggers around here is they're heavily used, and they have a problem with the sluice ring. So you have to really get inside the digger and spin it around several times to make sure you don't hear any clanking noise, because they do fill it with gunk to stop you from hearing any problems. And this is another minefield. We need a digger to clear the land, dig all the groundwork out, and put the septic tank in and put the water point in. Now, to hire a digger, we're quoted £100 a day, €100 a day. Now, I think that was quite excessive, really, since with no driver, and plus €100 delivery. Now, I'd probably need it for about 10 days. So for that, I'm probably going to look out for a second-hand digger.
So going back to the car, we went to the courthouse, we got that sorted, and then when you actually buy the car, you don't send the documents off like you do in the UK. What you have to do, you have to go to a lawyer, and the lawyer will do your documentation for you, and it costs €80.
But you don't have to go to a lawyer. You
can go back to the courthouse,
and they will do a track and everything, but as you're doing a transaction, and they'll do the notar work regarding the car itself. I would say it's probably better to do it that way than actually have a lawyer, because at least you'll know there and then if there's any major issues with the car.
But the person who was selling this car had all his documents with the lawyer because he was working. So what he did, he gave all the documents to the lawyer. So we went down to the lawyer with his friend, and we just exchanged the money and we got the documents. Now we've got a problem now, because we did actually, now we've done the documents, it gets posted to your address, and it's our new address. So we don't actually have a post box.
And by the sound of it, we won't have a post box. We'll have to have a mailing box.
But what we did, we went up on Thursday and it was absolutely pouring with rain, and we actually installed a temporary post box.
Yes, I was a bit embarrassed by how I put it in.
Yeah, it's just a temporary post box. Because there is one of our neighbours has got a post box, but subsequently we have been to the post office and they've said that they don't post there. So we sort of in no man's land at the moment. She said that she was going to speak to the post man and to see if he will deliver there. So we've got documents flying about and we don't know if we're going to get them.
I have seen
or
post
where
office
they will
vehicles
go.
driving past, so it might be a chance.
But our neighbour, immediate neighbour, he gets all his documents, his letters sent to the bar. So maybe that's an option.
It's
I
a
don't
good
know.
excuse for him probably to get out of the house and meet his friends.
So it's 19 degrees today. We're in Albufeira still. We're going to take you on a little walk and talk about a little bit more about what we've been doing this week. And I've got the sun in my eyes because I don't like talking to you with our glasses down. I think it's rude. But I think we're going to have to move on because I can't see. Just love the way they've cut these olive trees. 3 olive trees together with fairy lights on. So this is why you come to Albufeira. How spectacular is that? We've just walked down the strip and this is just at the bottom of the strip.
For early morning coffee.
Yeah, it's just a spectacular view. In fact, I probably can't pick it up how fantastic it is. You have to come. There's only one way to see it. It is absolutely spectacular. So there's some little tuk-tuks there that can take you to Albufeira main town if you don't want to walk back. Poor Belle, we really think her sight's going now because she's twice walked into the curb. So we went to EDP again because we didn't ring them up because we knew it just wasn't the right way to do it. And when we actually got there again, she says, oh, just ring the number. And then we came with the promissory details and we actually spent 40 minutes there, didn't we?
Yeah, she said it's probably the better decision to do was actually go to EDP and get her to put the details through because can be a little bit tricky to navigate it through the telephone line.
And we did a proper contract and to be honest, it actually took us 40 minutes. So just ringing up isn't good enough.
Yeah, and that'll be all my phone time gone.
Yeah, and they use your own phone, not their phone. So we had to have the promissory, we had to have our fiscal number, we had to have our passports. So there's no way that just ringing up would have been sufficient, and you had to sign the forms 3 times.
And your previous address.
And your previous address. So I'm really glad that we did actually go back and do it that way. And we've got the health cover again, which is €13.
Now the question is, will it kick off during this situation what I'm going through now? Now that is a big question. I won't know until I pop round
What
to
do
the
you mean
doctor.
by kick off?
Well, the thing is, if you have an ongoing medical concern, and I've cancelled my previous one, it may not count. We will find out to go through with the doctors at this present moment of time.
You've got an appointment on the 17th of December to
Yeah.
go back and get your leg and heart checked out.
Yeah, they said I was heartless.
The problem with Abe, he's been very naughty, he's been eating ice creams and cheese.
Well, if that's my only vice, it's not too bad.
And his cholesterol is gone skyrocketed to 350. So we're both on a strict diet now because I'm supporting him.
Yeah, rice, chicken and fish.
Yeah, so yeah, I know. The thing is that it's not a bad diet to have, to be fair. So anyway, The good news is about the electric is that at the moment electric here in Portugal with EDP is 23 cents per kilowatt.
Which is going down in price
in January to 11 cents per kilowatt.
Which is a massive drop in price.
So that is really good news.
So what's happening with the rest of Europe?
Yeah.
Are they going crazy? Portugal's got it right. England, well.
So now we've got an appointment. It came through straight away. It takes 3 days from EDP, from when you sign the contract to come down to your house. So they're actually coming on Wednesday. So we're super glad about that. And
then we can get our internet sorted out once the electric's in.
Yeah.
And I have to put the fuse box in, and there's so much work to do. I just have to target one job at a time.
Yeah, we signed the deeds on Tuesday, so we need to get a banker's draft sorted for that.
She's already chose the windows.
Yeah, I've chosen the windows. We went into Leroy Merlin's and there was a special offer on
double glazed reinforced windows.
Yeah, they were about
doors.
€250 per window.
And they're very good windows as well.
And the double glazed with mosquito nets and a shutter.
Only trouble is I'll probably have to make the window area a lot more larger.
Aperture
larger.
Yeah. With our other house, as you know, the front windows were handmade in mahogany and they cost $800 each, and we just couldn't afford it with this.
And they didn't really have, they
weren't double glazed.
They're aesthetically pleasing.
They were beautiful.
But they'd be no good really for where we are. We prefer double glazed to keep the heat out.
We would have been able to make them ourselves. You would have been able to make them yourself. But the thing is that we've got so many jobs to do, and maybe on the other property it might be something that you will tackle. But because we're on special offer, it was just the right thing to do. So our this week is we're going back to the post office tomorrow to try and find if we can source out a letterbox before our documents arrive.
If it's not, we have to have our own box, which can be up to €50 per year.
Tuesday we signed for the house, and on Wednesday we get the electrics.
And on Thursday I hopefully can source out a digger. Maybe.
Yeah.
And a tractor.
We still haven't, we've put the things in for water at the moment, but we don't know if it's connected yet. Hopefully sometime soon. We're staying at the apartment one more week, and hopefully we will have electric and water by then, but it's not guaranteed.
Well,
so we'll just have to see.
On that note, it's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me, and it's
goodbye
from this
Bella.
little one.